My very first production here, and today, it remains a show, and I don't want to get this out too much, that even if I wasn't being paid for, I do, but it was Little Shop of Horrors, and I did the voice of Audrey II. And I'll tell you what, at the time I hadn't done a lot of musicals, so I was a little, nervous about it, but Scott Stoney was my director, and I'll tell you what, man, he made me sound like Barry White. I mean, he got some sound out of me and some acting out of me that not only was I proud of, but got a lot of compliments.
So, my very first professional acting job, was here at the Human Race. Marcia Hanna cast me in The Elephant Man, and I was a junior in college still. So I was amazed, first of all, that I got that opportunity so early in my life, and now I've had decades to not only work here, but work other places. And something that continues to thrill me and surprise me about when I work here is the intimacy that we have. Not just because it's a small house, but it's because the audience is so close and we get to see them from so many different angles, and it becomes a lot more real because we don't have to be so actory. We can just live in the environment, and that continues off stage as well. There is an intimacy, a sincere friendship and relationship that I have had from the very beginning.
Being a professional actor, and I'm going to add an addendum to that and saying being a professional actor in Ohio. Because being a professional actor in New York or Chicago or even out west, there are jobs and there's opportunities and you will constantly probably find yourself auditioning and working. Not so much in the Midwest. So as an actor who's trying to be a professional, who makes a living on the paychecks that come from being on stage, you find yourself having to broaden, number one, where you're willing to go and how far you're willing to travel. Number two, that you look for certain theaters that are going to provide what you need and what you expect as a professional. Things like housing, things like good pay, a good director. Those are very key and important things. I mean, over the years, I've taken some professional jobs and went, wait a minute.
Something pretty amazing about the Dayton area and the surrounding areas that I didn't realize when I was in college, because in college you were like, can't wait to get to Chicago, New York, LA, and I didn't realize at the time how valuable a professional theater in Dayton was. And it's not just something fantastic for Dayton community or local actors, but it helps feed a very important and talented web of professional theaters throughout this region. I now live in Cincinnati, and between Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Indianapolis, Louisville, Lexington, there is this opportunity for actors to continue to perform and to make their livings doing this, and to become a part of something that this region desperately needs, which is culture right here, right now, reflecting their communities and bringing all of the best shows and all of the best classics to these communities.
Don't get in this profession. Don't try to be a professional if you're not willing to hear the word no, and if you're not willing to not be on stage a lot, which goes along with saying be very versatile. Because as a professional actor, I can do workshops, I can go into schools and work with kids, I can work for the Ohio Arts Council, I can do lectures, I can write plays, I can build scenery, I can make costumes, I can do anything it takes in the theater, in the arts, to make a living, getting from job to job. And as an artist, if you pin yourself to just acting, you're going to be eating a lot of Roman noodles. Ramen noodles. I didn't even say that right. Okay. That's all I got to say.